Welcome to Happy Hour Holidaze, your place for entrepreneurship and business and people coming up and hustling nonstop. Your host, Manny Fresh, and the co-host, Sean Febre. And in studio, we got the Superman of fucking artistry, your boy, Cloud Ken. What's up, Cloud?
I love the intro.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you guys for inviting me. It's a pleasure to have to be here in front of you guys and just to talk and chop it up. I need a break, so this is nice.
This is the R&R, baby.
This is
R&R. Where
R&R.
we relax, drink a little bit of Casamigo.
Just trying to have a good time now.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, man, the way my brother and you met at one of your art shows, man, displaying some of your beautiful art. I mean, the one that he bought, I thought was absolutely magical. You know, with the Jesus Christ and the pink and the black. I mean, we it just has like something to it. Where
Pink
you just
Jesus,
Pink Jesus,
AKA Pink Jesus. Right?
is that what you call it? Or
I call it Pink Jesus.
Yeah.
It has a title, El Cristo.
El Cristo? Okay.
And AKA Pink Jesus, just illuminating in it in my world and how I picture him. And I plan to do a different color series with him, but pink, just neon pink is what came to my mind when I drew him.
And that's the thing, honestly, Cloud. I mean, you thinking about when you put the pen or the paint to the canvas. I mean, the way that you formulate these artistries, I mean, it's pretty fantastic on what you're thinking in your head to create some masterpiece where people actually pay for this, because so many people want to do art, but is it art that people buy? How do you make art that people buy?
I think the recipe is very simple. Just be yourself. Like for me, it was just a matter of rewiring a lot of things that I grew up with my family and just my environment. And one thing that I kind of preach nowadays, if anybody ever asks me, I was like, just be yourself 100%, because by being yourself, you will be relatable. And I think that's the most important part. By finding yourself, you will be relatable instead of copying somebody else, instead of trying to be like some other artist. So that's kind of like the bread and it's as simple as that, just being yourself. And then for me, it took a long time. Like everything that's happening now for me in the art world, I've been doing art my whole life, but when it's God's timing, this is God's timing, and God don't make mistakes. So this is my time.
And there was an interesting story behind that painting. You told me that you were partially blind when you painted it because of. So for those of you who don't know, Kent has been through a trying time, right? Because you had open heart surgery. What's the story behind that? What exactly occurred, and why did you have to have the open heart surgery? If that's something you want to talk about.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, I'm glad I'm being more vocal now, and it's an honor to be in your podcast too, because it allows me to tell my story. And if I can help somebody through my story or my artwork, then I can die happy one day, and I'll be okay. I had open heart surgery back in 2015, and it was life-saving emergency open heart surgery. I never knew I had a heart issue. I always thought I was Superman, and I had named myself Cloud Kent back in 2012. So I had open heart surgery in 2015, and I had my blood pressure 200 over 100, and this was like a year or two of neglecting my health and being aware of symptoms and stuff like that. And then one day I started having, how do you say it? Yeah, high blood pressure and just shortness of breath and just clenching my chest like you could never believe at the age of 25. And thank God I had a doctor that I was working with at the time, because I was in the medical field for a while too, kind of literally had to drag me by my hands, by my feet to the hospital. And one thing led to another. I'm seeing cardiologists. I'm seeing cardiac thoracic surgeons. And, it was probably one of the most scariest things in my life. And as a man, the way I grew up is to never show emotion. So I know probably a lot of people could relate to that. And I had to learn a lot about myself to release it like a pressure valve. I had to release a lot through that. So not even three weeks after that initial incident, I had open heart surgery in the Cleveland Clinic, and they saved my life, man. When they opened me up, obviously there's more to the story. I could really go into it. What I saw during heart surgery was like I died and came back.
What did you see?
This is exclusive. I never told nobody this.
Uh-huh.
First of all, when I went to go see my surgeon, the first surgeon I saw was in Fort Myers, a cardiac thoracic surgeon, and I spoke to him, and he didn't have much confidence in the ability to kind of perform the procedure on me. And hearing that as a man, as a 25-year-old, I'm still like a boy at that age. It was scary. I was just like afraid to cry in front of another man, and I could sense him not having confidence. And when I sensed that, I was just like, okay, I'm about to die.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was the scariest moment in my life, and I went through that. Obviously, I have family, and family means everything to me. But I felt like alone. I've always felt kind of alone in life, and so one thing led to another. He actually referred me to a specialist that could take on the job and do it with confidence. So when I met Dr. Cedric Sheffield at the Cleveland Clinic, he kind of welcomed me with open arms and reassured me that he's gonna save my life, and that felt so amazing, you know. And I was like, all right, let's do it. Like I wasn't scared after that point. It was just scary going through it alone up until that point, you know. Going through heart surgery, I'll skip a little bit. The only thing I was scared of, instead of somebody chainsawing my chest open in half and, you know, kind of having my rib cages going like that, I was scared of needles. The only thing I'm scared of is a phobia of needles. I have a phobia of needles. So like IVs and finger pricking for glucose and stuff like that. I'm scared of that. I ain't scared of nobody cutting my chest. It's so weird. I'm scared of needles. So the whole time I was just like, Ma, you know, I was talking to my mom, like, don't worry. Like, I'm going to see you at the other side. You know, I'll wake up just fine. I wake up with a long tube going down my throat. I happened to pull it out and going through these breathing exercises. And that's the way I woke up. But prior to waking up, I started seeing, like while I was under, pretty much, I think I was like in another dimension. I started seeing, have you guys ever played Galactica?
I have, yeah.
Galactica? As a kid, you know, the geometry kind of. I started going through a tunnel.
Like, where you're the little thing at the bottom and you're just shooting and those things are coming in.
Only thing is more 3D.
Yeah.
So during heart surgery, I entered a different dimension back in 2015. And this dimension, I feel, for me, it was entering another portal. Maybe, possibly, I got a glimpse of the afterlife. And it was peaceful. I was going through a tunnel of just triangles and shapes, and it didn't feel scary. I felt at peace at that time. I didn't know what to think. I wake up with a fucking tube down my throat, and I'm just like, oh my God. I wake up and I had to just go through therapy, go through like heart therapy, and just trying to get back to my, to my body and my consciousness. Still, while waking up in the hospital and just trying to get my mental back, I started seeing relatives and friends that passed away in a gray world. They passed away suicide. So I started seeing, friends and relatives that passed away from suicide, and then I felt like I entered different realms of hell as well. And this is the first time I'm explaining this to somebody, like especially on a podcast. So if I break down, because it's traumatizing.
Yeah.
I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier of God, but it still fucks me up every time. I did have a layer once the gray world is how I explain it, where people committed suicide around me. The next layer was like the devil trying to take my soul, and it literally looked like Darth Maul.
Oh shit!
It was coming out through the TVs, through the clocks, and I was so aware. I have a lot of self-awareness, so self-aware that I speak to my mom, and I tell her this in secrecy. I tell her, Don't tell the hospital staff or anything. They're going to think I'm nuts. But this is what I'm seeing. I need you to apply ice on me everywhere. Give me cold water, ice, because I was literally going through hell. My body was going through hell. And what I was seeing was almost like Dante's Inferno. I was battling hell. So I fought that. Ice helped because I was burning up, baby. Like I was really burning. And then I was scared to go to sleep. So because I thought, that was going to take me when I was most vulnerable. So I fought sleep. And then, the recovery process was wicked. I got out the hospital, walked out within 2 days. I didn't want to stay no more. And basically what they had described to me, and it reflects on my artwork, was a broken heart. So I had scar tissue covering my whole heart, and my arteries were doing a full Nelson. So they were choking each other out.
Oh, wow.
And it was a birth defect.
No shit.
Yep. It wasn't anything with drugs. It wasn't anything with lifestyle. It was a birth defect. And I was supposed to die at 7 years old, the doctor said.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a story.
Yeah.
Cloud, let me tell you. That is a story, man. Do you use... Oh, go ahead.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I've been talking to myself the whole time, or God has been talking to me the whole time through artwork. Back in 2012, when I got Cloud Kent, the name, I was doing heart characters. I actually have a heart character. His name is Amor. Mm-hmm. So I've been drawing a broken heart. And at 2012, and I had heart surgery at 2015. That is wicked to me.
Yeah.
So I've learned to just listen to myself, listen to my body, and listen to God a little bit clearer, because, the way this book is written, I already signed the contract to live this life. I was supposed to go through everything I was supposed to go through. And now I get it. I get the message.
And that's typically the journey that you go through, right? A lot of people don't know what exactly the future holds, and that was a reality for you when you were 25, man. And to think that you were supposed to die at 7, but somehow God gave you that persistence to live until 25 when you didn't even know anything was wrong, and then to go through that entire. This was during surgery that you were seeing all this, right? Bro, that's crazy to me. You may have witnessed the afterlife.
I believe so.
I don't see any other explanation for that.
I believe so.
Because did the doctors tell you that you died during surgery or anything like that? Or maybe your heart stopped beating during surgery?
I never really pried. It's so weird. I don't like knowing too much details.
Yeah.
What's that saying? I know this.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Not only that, but ignorance is bliss. I want to not know all the details, because if I start knowing all the details, I get lost in the sauce. That's how I am with artwork. I get so lost, almost like a method actor, like one of the best actors, Leonardo DiCaprio or Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
They get so trapped into their craft and their artwork that it consumes them. I'm like that in the art world. I get really consumed by my craft. So I just rather not know.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm well aware, and I know, and I listen to my body, but.
So did you derive the majority of your inspiration from these events that you've, inspiration for your art from these events that have occurred to you in your life?
Yeah, naturally. As I've aged, I'm 33 now, by the way, which is bugged out.
Dude, you're the youngest one in this room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For me, reaching that number is a magical number. I never thought I was going to see this age. I knew I was going to die early. I try not to say it no more.
Yeah, don't say that no more.
I say that to say this, because my beliefs have changed. And clearly I have a message that, I have to, put out there in the world. And, my right hand is God, and God has my right hand. And through my hand, I'm delivering works of art and also delivering messages, and I have purpose. Higher purpose. So I now know why. So I used to think like that. I used to think, all right, I'm going to die. Now I don't think like that. Now I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to be healthy. There's, I just have a higher purpose, and I know why. And I'm just harnessing it now. At 33, by the way. Jesus died at 33. I'm trying to be like him. I'm trying.
Except you don't want to be nailed to a cross.
No,
man.
I feel like I have been nailed, not like him, but in my life, I feel like I've been nailed plenty of times.
Yeah.
I lead with heart, and I think that hurts me sometimes, but that will never change. I wear my hearts on my sleeves. It's kind of hard. My whole branding is heart, and it's as authentic as possible.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, Cloud. And when it comes down to like your background, let's talk a little bit about your background, family, how you came about. Give us a little bit of feedback, like from your younger years to where you are now, and how it drove you into the artistry.
For sure. When I say this sometimes I feel bad because my family would be like, damn, I didn't know.
Yeah.
We did this to you. I didn't know, even for my family, it was normal being treated like that. They got treated like that from their parents.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, and what I'm saying is this. I am fortunate to have the family that I have. I was very fortunate to be brought up the way I have because it had tailored me to be a soldier, and I needed to be like that. I could not afford to be weak in this life. But one thing I do have is immense love. So much love that I feel like if anybody has a problem with me, there's a problem with them because I just don't operate like that. So growing up, my family was very tough on me. Like, we had like especially with the men in my family, very machismo kind of upbringing where you don't show emotions, and if you cry, you get your ass beat. And even with my grandma, if I didn't eat the Spanish food that she made, it was like disrespect. You get spanked. So I used to get spanked all the time because I liked pizza and I like lasagna and I like macaroni and cheese.
He was Italian in his other.
I was Italian at heart. It makes sense because the way I dress and the films that I love. Like I just rewatched Godfather, and just I like the way they dress. I like the fashion, everything. But my family just, they just didn't see that stuff. But I grew up very tough. There's a funny story that I have. My uncle always reminds me, and he's just like, wow,
and then we're gonna hear that story when we get right back. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Don't bust that nut yet.
I grew up machismo, and
well, fuck it, yeah.
Let's go ahead.
That's a good intro. Let's go.
Grew up very machismo, family, no emotions, and even with art, and it wasn't just my family; it was just the environment I grew up in, and growing up into Catholic school in New York City, and it was just like it was hard to show emotions and to be my authentic self, because if you were to do that, if I was to demonstrate that I was an artist at a young age, like the way I was supposed to be, I would get my ass beat. And that wouldn't just be my family. It would be, through bullies. And so I would fight bullies literally every day at school, or just the environment. Growing up in Catholic school, suit and tie type of stuff. Every day would be a battle and a struggle for me. But to me, it was normal. So I didn't know any better. To me, it was just like, okay, yeah, another happy day. I still have a smile on my face.
Happy days.
I didn't know any better. This was the life for me. And there's no knock off of my family. I love them to death. And I tell them that because family is the most important thing to me. So, I've heard them apologize to me, and especially now as an older man and being successful as an artist, I don't want apologies because the way they raised me, I was supposed to go through what I went through, this hard struggles of losing my eyesight. I lost my eyesight for damn near almost a year.
Holy shit.
Both eyes. And then I went through heart surgery. I couldn't see anything, and I still painted.
Wow.
I was going to consider myself the Ray Charles of artwork if it didn't work out.
Ray Charles.
Oh, yeah, and I was so serious. I was going to make it happen regardless. But that's just my mentality, and I got that from my family. So that's why I don't want my family to ever apologize to me, because they'll make me cry if I do. I don't want to hear it. You guys did nothing wrong. You guys just did what your parents did and what your parents did. I just want to rewire myself so I can be better as a man. And if you guys learn from that, that's cool, because I want you guys to be great. And anybody around that I love, I want them to be their absolute best version of themselves, because I am doing that. And I just want to see my family do that as well.
So when did you actually, at what age? Was it after high school that you moved down to Florida, or was
After
it?
high school, yeah, I went to college in New York City, Brooklyn, New York City College of Technology, just to try to get my associate's degree. I never wanted to go to college or go to school. I thought it was
Fuck
for me,
college. No, fuck college, bro.
Yeah, that's how I
For
feel.
all you
For me,
people out there, fuck college,
yeah.
dog. Unless you're a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant,
Right.
or an engineer.
You're
That's
still
it.
getting rocked on the fees.
Yeah,
But good
yeah,
luck.
yeah.
Yeah,
fuck
you're getting
all that.
rocked. I'm not gonna lie, but for me, I've always wanted to be an artist, and I was always told the otherwise. Oh, you need a plan B. You need health insurance. You need this, and that. Okay, if it works for you, it works for you. But I've always wanted to live my own life, and the thing that I fucked up was listening too much. But that's just because I want to see other people happy. You know, I don't want them to be mad and disappointed in me. And I think that's what I battled my whole life. But now it's different. You know, now it's completely different.
Yeah.
You know, I've learned through that. But yeah, I mean, I went to school in Brooklyn, and you know, and then I moved in Southwest Florida in the year 2009, 2010, around there. I moved after I got into so many altercations, so many fights in New York City, but the last straw was getting robbed on my birthday by a gunpoint on my head.
What the fuck?
Yeah, by a crackhead with a gun.
Gotta love New York City, huh?
Yeah, after that, I was like, yo, my gut was telling me, you're either going to die or go to jail. And I had my little sister born at that time. She was like fresh, 6 months at that time. And I made the decision to move to Southwest Florida. And yeah, I love it over here. I love Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Florida has never treated me bad.
There you go.
It's a love-hate relationship with New York City because of kind of like what I've been through. And then in contrast with Florida, I've had so much more of a lighter life. But not only that, I was able to find myself as an artist here because I got rid of the distractions, got rid of the noise. And I love New York City because of the, like now who I am now. The art and the culture. I just wish I was kind of in that because I never knew there was that culture. The way I was raised and the product of my environment at that time, growing up in 97th Street, Harlem, Bronx, I never had art around me. So imagine if I was fine-tuned to those areas. It could always be coulda, woulda, woulda type of mentality. Yeah. It was meant to happen.
But I mean, talking about the art districts that were they're in Manhattan, right? I think so. But Florida has kind of an art district as well. It's called Brinklewood, right?
You got
Wynwood, and Brickell.
You got Brickell. Yeah, all Miami. Miami art is amazing.
And you were telling us that you're gonna have an event down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing Art Basel this year.
Art Basel. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What's that?
Art Basel is still, I like the element of surprise. So I don't like I like mystery. I don't like to put too much out there. But just know that I just had an exhibition here in Tampa, a solo art exhibition
at AC Hotel.
At the AC Hotel.
Shit was hot.
It was hot. It went phenomenal. So just know that Art Basel, what I plan to do in Art Basel, would be like 10 times that. And it's going to be a tighter ship, tighter operation. The artwork is going to be phenomenal. And I do plan on dropping, this is a surprise, my own fashion line at that time, too. That's going to be fire. I can't wait because I've always been into fashion. So keep an eye out. Amore de Clouds
is the fashion line.
Fashion line.
Is it going to be tailored to men and women? Or
men and women, yeah. It's for everybody.
It's for
everybody, yeah. And I just throw, I make sure that I have my touch in it, in my designs
it's
and
on
the
shirts,
t-shirts. High quality, yeah. I'm starting off with high quality t-shirts, streetwear, with luxury wear, and then eventually I want to get into doing like dresses for women,
lingerie.
And, lingerie. I'd like to do suitcases, everything, home decor, like the whole shebang.
No shit.
I like to do everything.
Trying to make it like Gucci.
Yeah, like Gucci, Louis, bigger than them.
Yeah. I like that mentality. Yeah. You got to have that growth mentality, right?
I think my message is better too. I mean, no knock off against them, but what I want to do is, I have so much heart that I want to save everybody and want to help everybody, and I think that's probably some of my fault sometimes. But this is why I've been given another chance in this world.
Have you started already designing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, yo, I've been doing this for 10 years, dog. I've been designing the line already.
I get so giddy about the creation process. Like,
Well, that's the fun part.
That's the fun part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get so happy about it. And I'm a businessman as well. So like the logistics is important, but the creation part is my favorite part, brother.
Man.
Like I have so much fun creating and the ideas just flow like water. I get like so many creation ideas, like painting ideas, sketches, everything just throughout the day. And it just goes. And what I'm trying to do better is just making sure my thoughts are organized, because I could have a dope thought right now and then I'll forget. So I just try to be organized, nowadays.
So what kind of style are you going for? Are you going for like that painting behind you?
Alec Monopoly.
Yeah, that kind of style, or are you going for more of a?
What you see with my paintings is pretty much
Is how you're going to go.
It's contemporary pop art, neo-expressionism. I freestyle all my paintings, so whatever I paint at the time, it comes from the heart, and I illustrate it on the board. I never pre-plan. But More Than the Clouds will be a line of it's basically, like I like to say, armor of God. You're wearing armor of God. It's designed beautifully. It's gonna be a luxury brand, and it's gonna be dope. Like everybody's gonna wear it. I can't wait to wear it right now because of the designs that I have. Is gonna be sick. Like we're talking rhinestones, we're talking vinyl glitter, we're talking high quality heavy cotton shirts, and then we jumping down to sweatsuits and velour suits and having fun with dresses.
Doing
later.
suits too?
Yeah, I like to do the whole track.
Because I like the jacket you got on right now, man.
Thank you.
That shit is hard.
I mean, it's 90 degrees outside, but
that's okay. It's cool in here.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Cloud, where do you get your inspiration to make fashion or art? Just like, because I mean, when you make fashion and art, you got to have like a abundance of creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you get this?
Is it mushrooms?
Believe it or not, I've done a lot of dope ass paintings off of mushrooms.
Yeah.
I channel and then
psychedelics are the best, man.
Yeah, I agree. And like when I do it, I just like I'm already like sober in my natural habitat.
Yeah.
I'm like that, so it's just like steroids to me. Being able to
that's
create.
I like
I've done
that.
plenty
I like
of
that.
murals and paintings off of mushrooms, and just tapping into another realm, but also like doing it sober through like prayer and meditation. And I'm really sharp. My mind is really sharp, and I practice fasting, so I'm able to tap into that at any time. Like it's a part of my DNA. But as far as the fashion goes, since I was a kid, I was always into fashion. I went to Catholic school, so it was always suit and tie affair. But as a kid, I would still go to like Barney's, New York City. I never went to Saks Fifth Ave, but Barney's is like Saks, where all the high quality clothing would be. And I would just shop there. Like in high school, spend $300 on jeans and shirts and stuff like that, sneakers. So I've always I feel like that in New York City, that's fly. Like although art wasn't catered to me, you had to look fly no matter what.
And different, right?
I think different, it's different. So I always had that kind of in my head, like as far as my overall DNA, and so that's why releasing a fashion line for me is pretty true to heart, because I always like to dress and I always like to dress well, not for other people but for myself. I like to talk to myself. I like to look in the mirror and just prepare myself for the day, because you never know. You never know when your day will be last. You got to be fly. I'm out of the clouds.
Yeah, actually, I think that's the slogan right there. You never know when. What'd you just say?
You never know when it's gonna be your last day. You might as well just fly.
Well, you might as well be fly, bro. That's got to be the slogan right there.
I'm out of the clouds.
I'm out of the clouds. I mean, fuck, dog. I see you got a lot of tattoos, and when I saw you at your show at AC Hotel, my wife asked you about that butterfly tattoo on your head because she breeds butterflies. What's the story behind that one?
My grandmother. It's a symbol for my grandmother. My grandmother passed.
Abuelita.
My abuelita. She passed away.
You had a whole memorial right there.
Right.
That was kind of the first thing I saw because it was in an inset. And I was like, okay. And you drew her pencil sketch.
Yeah.
Which
I would say
the majority
I
of
drew
it.
her the night she died.
Oh, no shit. Wow.
I would say my abuelita, on my dad's side, that was a big one for me because my abuelo, he passed away early on from cigarettes and drinking.
We were in middle school.
We were in middle school, and I was just like, how can such a nice guy die? You know, 'cause
He had a heart
I couldn't
attack.
explain it. I couldn't explain it. I was just a 11-year-old kid.
I
just
cried.
I was just like, what the fuck, bro? How does this guy pass away when he's been such a good person? You know,
That's saying the
He
good,
taught
the
us
good
how
die
to-
young.
Yeah,
Well, he
yeah.
wasn't young. It was 70, but
no, he wasn't close to 70.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't. He was 68.
it's close to 70, bro. But he taught me how to play checkers, chess.
He even made some games. He made games
Yeah, he
with
even made
the
games.
Indians and the Cowboys. Dog,
Oh
his
my
game with those,
God.
like,
That's
a
dope.
I
It
forgot
sounds like I would
that.
have gotten along with
Bro,
your
they got
grandfather.
little cubanos, bro.
That's what's up.
They were straight from Cuba, bro.
That's what's up.
Straight from Cuba.
But-
Not off the boat. I mean, they went to Madrid first, but my mom's side went to Miami.
Right.
But yeah, well,
No, I was just gonna say that my abuelita, because she lost, her husband.
Mita?
So, Mita.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
lost her husband really early. I mean, look, he was 68. She lived until she was like 78.
78, yeah.
So I mean, she
Damn.
lived 20 years after.
Well, the
I mean,
abuelo did it right. He was like, 10 years, let
Ah,
go.
de pinga la tota tan fresca.
Well, they can't hear it, right?
Wow. Well,
yeah.
unfortunately, they're all deceased now. But
Yeah,
my
unfortunately.
abuelita, I mean, she was awesome, bro. She spoke from the heart. She, gave me advice, and she always told me, "You got to lose some fucking weight. You're looking a little fat."
She was actually the last time I cried
Yeah,
was when she passed.
yeah. She was a good woman.
Beautiful.
She was.
Yeah.
The women in our life, man.
Yeah.
The women in her life.
I hold them very dear to me.
Let's talk about the woman in your life.
I have plenty of women in my life.
Nah.
I have, my mother. I have a girlfriend. I have my sisters. Like, I love women so much.
Yeah, your sisters were fucking like
They're
literally running around, taking fucking
They're
describing
all
everything.
super talented.
Yeah.
They're all super talented, and I just love the way that they're being able to express themselves. And I feel like I feel like Cloud, like me. I feel like I've led the way with my family of rewiring things, and able to do your passion, and just to really gravitate of being their pure selves. And I'm all about being your pure selves. And I see that with my family now, which is, to me, that means everything. It means the world to me. My family means the world to me. And I would say that to the day I die.
And I mean, I think the majority of us would,
Yeah.
with the exception of some sisters.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Uh-oh.
You know she's gonna see this anyways. Fuck it.
She's-
Anyways, when we get back, we will continue talking this very in-depth and inspirational story about Cloud Kent.
So, welcome back to Happy Hour Holidaze. We got the man Cloud Kent here, one of the top artists in the nation, as we can talk about. He's going to release a fashion line that's going to be absolutely nuttable. So, if you're out there on the
Amor de
streets,
Clouds.
Amor de Clouds.
Amor de
De Clouds.
Clouds. If you're out there trying to get some pussy, wear some of the Amor de Clouds, and then you'll be busting a nut in every bitch's face.
Oh, yes. That's how we do it.
but Cloud, we were talking about how you distinguish yourself, because I mean, look, plenty of people try to produce artistry that can engage with people. How do you get that like feeling to prepare art that connects with the human soul?
Now, the answer is very simple, but it's taken me my whole life to realize it. It's being pure. Being pure with yourself and being your most authentic self. We live in a world where everything is so pressured and so bent out of time. You just have to find your own time. You have to get to know yourself. That is the trick. The trick is to get to know yourself, find out what you love, and really dive into what you love. Whether that be photography for you guys. You guys are phenomenal photographers.
Thank you.
You guys have dived in deep and done a service to this world by creating. And then what you guys are doing right now is giving other creatives and entrepreneurs an opportunity to talk about it, like myself, which it means a lot to me. And I'm grateful for you guys.
Well, thank you for
and
coming.
the energy is amazing too. But at the end of the day, it just boils back into just being your most pure self And I know there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of noise with other people. There's a lot of noise and distractions with other people telling you, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that. I'm telling you, as somebody who's been through it all, don't listen to them. You listen to yourself. We need to start getting back to a world where we start listening to our gut feelings, and we start learning from the great masters. And when I say from the great masters, for me, the great masters are all the people that are dead. For me, the people that are successful in art, whether it be Andy Warhol, Basquiat, Keith, just to name a few, Monet, Van Gogh. All these people were willing to live and die by their artwork, and I'm just trying to be Cloud Kent. I'm just trying to be like myself, and I know I'm willing to live and die by it, and I'm willing to just give out my heart to the world through creativity and art. That's my pure thoughts. Like, I just want to do that, and then when it's time, it's time. But I know that I would be happy because I'm living my dream, and I want everybody to live their dream. That is my message.
I like it, man. I mean, honestly, the hustle is to be yourself is the hardest thing ever.
Mm.
I mean, look, we go through life for such a long time to be able to be our true self. It's hard because we know other people won't accept us for being who we are. And I think that's when it gets to you, Cloud, is that you have discovered your true self to be able to release the art that comes straight from the soul to be able to touch other people in these exhibitions that you do throughout the nation. And I mean, we are so happy to have you here to tell us what it takes to have your true self. And I mean, if you can just tell some of the audience out there what it takes to release from being, let's just say like the social media, with having to keep up with everybody. How do you wave or just shut that out?
Yeah.
To be who you are from your family, your friends, not to be ashamed of whoever you're wanting to be, to show the world what you can offer.
One thing I could tell you is just take your time. I think what we do is get wrapped up in time. We get wrapped up by that New York minute. I'm from New York City, so I'm going to say the New York minute because it applies pressure. And I'm a visual person, so I'm just going to break it down to you guys as a valve or, like a plumbing system. When your toilet gets clogged up with time and just like a lot of bullshit, eventually that shit is going to break down. Eventually it's going to get clogged up. So when I say take your time, literally take your time. This is your time. It's not nobody else's time. And this is something that I've had to learn because through that time of really getting to know myself and really being able to purely express myself through paintings, everything after that comes with pure love. It's just being authentic with yourself. I think we just get too wrapped up in social media and the social world where that world is fake, guys.
Yeah.
It's fake.
That's a fact.
It is. So I'm speaking from the purest standpoint. And I just want to see every artist be their true selves, and also not being taken advantage of, because a lot of artists they lead like me. They lead with their hearts because they don't know no other lifestyle. They lead with their hearts. So a lot of the times they'll get taken advantage of, whether it's their family or friends. Artists are meant to create. This is not no mistake. God don't make mistakes. So this is just the way I feel and what I've went through in life. And if you're creative, you create. You don't let nobody tell you how to create and what to do. You just learn it. Over time, you'll get better. But you have to keep on doing it. It's hard work. You have to do it every day. I paint every day, if not every other day, because I'm a businessman too. So I gotta take consideration to logistics and developing a team that is all on the same page. But you have to create.
Well, go ahead.
So I was gonna say for people that are coming up, to try to be an artist, because I mean, how do you monetize being an artist? Like you gotta think about it. How can we make money? Obviously we're doing it because we love it,
But other than selling paintings.
Yeah, other than selling paintings,
Yeah.
how can you monetize being an artist, just in this day and age?
Yeah, I think there's so many opportunities to monetize it. For example, podcasting, what you guys are doing is a way to monetize it and get your message out. For me, merchandising is another way. Like,
Do you use social media as well?
social media
Yeah.
social media is major.
Yeah.
Although I feel like, of course, it could be. It's a business tool. For me, it's a business tool. I don't always let everything out through social media. Like, I don't tell my personal life through social media because it's all about my art. My art is a business, and it's what I love, of course. So I just let my art speak for itself. But there's a lot of ways to monetize if you just sit back, relax, and just analyze and meditate on what you want to release to the world. There's ways to monetize it. Clothing, T-shirts, magnets on the refrigerator, pictures. There's so many different ways to monetize. Prints, it goes on forever. Keychains, you name it. There's so many ways to monetize your artwork, your craft, that it's endless compared to before, like years ago.
And honestly, I think, Cloud, when you think about art right now, I mean, you could literally put your famous artwork on, like you said, T-shirts, notebooks, keychains. I mean, we're talking about when people have a connection with the art.
I thought you were going to say NFTs.
I mean, it could be NFTs. I mean, did you hear anything about NFTs being very successful with art?
To be honest, I was actually going to release an NFT, and it was going to be based on my Amor character, which is my heart character that I developed in 2012. I created Amor, which is a broken heart, and he's been following my artwork since 2012. And I was going to release one last year, but then I started seeing how much fraud there was in the market for NFTs, and I don't want my brand to be associated, Cloud Kent. I don't want that to be associated with any fraud or anything like that. My aim as an artist is to do good by people and to be me, and me, I don't fraud people. I do good by people. That's just the way I feel.
So you've done numerous kinds of arts on different kinds of mediums. You were telling us off camera that you have also painted a mural in downtown Tampa.
Yeah.
Where exactly is it? And what was the mural of?
Yeah. Oh, so one of my favorite murals and one of my favorite paintings is an iconic painting in downtown Tampa. It's called Bello. Bello is I remember doing it. They shout out to my boy Enzi. They are like an Italian-based restaurant. They have pizzas, a lot of Italian cuisine,
Franklin
and stuff
Street,
like that.
right?
Mm-hmm. It kind of New York City inspired and stuff like that. So I have a lot of, as far as imagery, a lot of New York City inspired artwork in there. So you would see my infamous stairs that I painted with a beautiful quote, and you'll see the Statue of Liberty saying, with a panel in Cloud We Trust. And just actually, Enzi probably don't know. A lot of people don't know. Last 10% of me doing that painting, last 20%, I was on shrooms.
No shit.
So I was just enjoying my time. It's just like, I enjoy my time doing painting. I have fun. That's what I live for. I just have fun doing my artworks.
And for those of you out there, shrooms are psychedelics. They transport you to, well, actually, they don't transport you anywhere, but they dilate your pupils and colors just look a lot better.
Just do it with a purpose and make sure you do it when, wherever you're comfortable. For me, wherever I'm comfortable is wherever I'm painting. And even though wherever I paint may not be comfortable, it's just, it feels like home when I paint, no matter where I am.
I do got a question about one of your paintings that you had at the exhibition.
Yeah, please.
You had a resin coating over it. I'm just wondering, why did you do that on just that one painting? Because the rest of them didn't. Why that one?
And
that one looked dope as shit. I was like, damn, dog, how much was that? 5 G's? Oh, sorry, dog. But the way my bank account works.
That painting was actually $30,000.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I didn't actually
I painted
ask how
that
much
blind.
it was. No shit.
Yeah, I painted that that was my first painting. Remember I said I had 2 paintings while blind?
How are you keeping up with where you're actually, when you were blind, temporary blind, how are you keeping up where you're actually putting your brush strokes? Because you have to envision it in your mind and then translate that to...
The thing is, I don't envision it in my mind.
No?
I free flow.
Oh, shit.
So I literally...
but you can't see?
I can't see.
So how do you know what you're doing?
The painting you guys will probably see very soon. I mean, it's on my Instagram. But...
What's the handle for the Instagram?
Cloud Kent. So cloud like the sky, Kent. Cloud Kent.
Guys. If any of the audience wants to check out all of Cloud Kent's paintings, Cloud Kent at Instagram.
So the story behind
you're not gonna want to miss it.
So the story behind that one?
Yeah, I was blind. That a part of my 2 series paintings that I pretty much rehabilitated myself after doctors said I wasn't gonna get my vision back. So imagine hearing that as a painter, as an artist, and that's what you do for a living, saying that you're not gonna get your vision back. So that was one of my paintings that I've done while blind. So it was crazy. I think stress had a lot to do for my vision loss. On top of vision loss, it wasn't just vision loss because I wish it was just vision loss. I had it felt like glass shards every time I closed my eyes. So I was hallucinating. Every time I blinked my eyes, it felt like pretty much sand was in my eyes.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. My eyes were discolored, and it looked like if you looked into my eyes, I was a zombie. It was horrific. In comparison, pain-wise, it was like right up there with heart surgery, open heart surgery, if not worse. And it was sad, really. While talking to the specialist, they felt so bad for me that they wouldn't even charge me for visits. That's crazy, like hearing that.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, we feel
so
like, bad for you. We're not going to charge you. Just come in.
Yeah.
Why did the vision loss happen? Was it because of the surgery?
My mother had I'm a mama's boy. I'm a mother's boy. I'm a mama's boy, and I don't know. Without my mom, I think I would go crazy. So my mom had an issue with her senos, with her breasts.
Or with her breasts, yeah.
And I just lost it. My mother's the reason why I'm alive. So I don't know. I just kind of lost sanity there, to be honest with you. And I think my vision went out right after that. After receiving that news, it just completely went out.
Oh,
and,
shit.
Yeah, I lost my vision for 8 months, almost a year. Back in 2021.
Oh, that was
COVID.
recent.
Yeah, very recent. Yeah. And then after that, I completely evolved, as an artist, because I was not only able to obtain art, literally seeing art through 6 senses. I was able to see it visually, but also through feeling. So I thank God I was able to experience that, because now I paint. I evolved, and not differently. I've evolved as an artist and as a painter. So I thank God I was able to go through traumatic experience like that.
How did you know what color you were putting on your brush?
I didn't. It was the feeling. There's feeling through colors.
Explain that. Because I painted before, bro.
Yeah, I know. I've seen your pop art, which is great.
Well, yeah, that was graffiti, but...
Yeah, I love graffiti.
Yeah.
But painting, for me, there's certain colors that I see and colors that bring me alive. But
how do you know if you're holding a red can?
I didn't.
Or a black can?
I didn't.
So you were like, fuck it.
Yeah. No, I pretty much went off of what colors that I was able to see in the gray world. Because once again, I saw it through the gray world. I was able to see through just feeling, and what I felt was orange was probably red, or what I felt red was orange. And one of my favorite colors is sky blue right now. So
best color. It's
kind
electric.
of on brand, you know what I'm saying? So
Sky blue, I like it.
Electric blue, at least.
Yeah.
I like electric blue.
I used to not like blue. I used to like red because it reminded me of passion. But now I embrace kind of both of them. I have a really solid color palette, which I'm pretty loyal to.
All right. And then when we get back, we'll talk to Cloud Kent about a little bit more about what it takes to be an artist in this day and earth, and how you can use social media to leverage your art contest.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Welcome to Happy Hour Holidaze.
Oh, that's an intro, nigga.
And we're back to Happy Hour
Where Manny has drank 15 Casamigos and 16 transfusions.
This is my first one.
You can't compete with me in the drinking game.
Luca, when you see your father at home, he is not drunk. He is passed out. So where the hell did we leave off?
I think we were talking about a little bit of the deception of the world.
Oh, we were talking about familia, bro.
Yeah, familia.
Where blood makes you a relative.
Yes.
Actually, that was off camera, but fuck it, let's do it. Blood makes you a relative, but loyalty makes you family.
Yeah.
Boom.
Family.
What do you think about that, Cloud?
Yeah, I think it's true what you say. Blood makes you a relative, but loyalty makes you family. I find myself developing a team pretty much through my artwork and my work ethic. You know, our main purpose is to make sure the Cloud Camp brand, and the artwork, it goes to another level. And that's all derived from purity, all derived from a place of pure creativity. And I see a lot of loyalty through people wanting to join in on kind of that brand and what I am offering, and just taking it to the next level, leaving legacy behind for family. I want to take care of my family. I want to do it through artwork and fashion. So this is kind of like you guys are catching me in a very awesome point in my life where it's happening. And it's already happening, and I'm able to talk about it, and not only talk about it, I'm able to feel it through love, and it kind of feels unreal at times because I would never have thought, if you would have asked me this 5 years ago, I would have never had thought it would be like this today, and I'm still evolving, I'm still getting better, and the team around me is family, literally blood family, and it's people who I consider myself family around and family myself, even though they're not blood related, but they see the vision and they want best for themselves. And I love that. So we're all working together to kind of deliver the same message.
What would you say is your overall goal in the next, call it 10 years? Where do you see the Cloud Kent, the Amore de Clouds brands, all that? Where do you see all this in 10 years?
I see some beautiful galleries being set up in Miami, New York City, also
LA.
Besides Miami, LA. I am from Colombia and I'm from Ecuador, so I would like to have a little brick and mortar in Colombia and Ecuador as well, and bring some artwork over there. Yeah, I would love that. And I feel like
brick and mortar, huh?
Mm-hmm, I feel like the team that I have now will be able to develop that in due time. So 10 years would be perfect. I feel like we can do that before. If we're on, we continue to work hard, we could definitely do that before. But I want to learn about my ancestry. I want to dive in really deep in my Colombian background. And when I say dive in deep, I'm not talking about just the culture, and I want to know about my ancestors. I want to dig in deep, rub the sand in my face. Like I want to be like all the way deep and tribal with it. And it's the same thing with my Ecuadorian backside. I want to be just like as pure as possible because there's so much I still need to learn within myself and my family that it would illustrate through my works of art and through my fashion as well. Yeah. So I'm forever student.
Sounds like you're excited about the next 10 years.
I am excited. And the fact that I know that, I don't know if we don't know the future, right?
Fuck no.
We don't know the future, but I would like to say I'll live for the next 10 years and I'll do right by God. So, hopefully he keeps me as a messenger on this planet. And then if not, then I transcend to the next realm.
Are you Catholic?
No, I wouldn't say anything. Any religious. I'm just me.
But you believe in God and Christ.
I believe in God. I just, I just
don't
have a name for it.
Has that always been a part of your... I know you went to Catholic school with the suit and tie, right? And all that stuff. But have you always been super... Or I wouldn't call it super. Have you always been religious?
No.
So it happened...
Because I was forced.
Yeah. Yeah, I
was
know.
always-
So I'm saying, when did you transition to where you were like,
Probably when my grandmother died, 2021, after my vision loss. It wasn't even after my heart surgery, 2015. It was I would say after my vision loss, because
because a lot of your paintings, they're very religious based, but then you have some other paintings
I have
that
other paintings that aren't
that-
religious based.
exactly.
That's just like,
Batman.
Batman is pop. It's
Bro,
pop
that
art.
shit,
It's
that
American
shit is
culture.
dope as shit, bro.
Thank you, brother. It's just American culture. I try to, I'm just as real with myself, because it don't have to always be like spirituality and religious. It could be pop art, like American culture, like Batman.
Yeah.
And I like drawing Batman because for me, if I was a superhero, I'd be like Batman. Or we would be like best friends, I would be Clark Kent. He'd be Batman. It would be cool, like billionaire playboys.
Batman and Cloud, not
Yeah.
Batman and Robin.
Not
dog.
Batman and Cloud. I have my own special powers and stuff like that. And
All right, well, transitioning into that aspect, who's your favorite superhero? Please don't say Batman.
I'm gonna say Wolverine and Batman.
Oh.
They're both-
Wolverine, there we go.
Get over here.
Yeah.
I go
Uh,
where I want to go.
Old man Logan.
Old Man Logan. Oh, you watched that movie, right? I think it was called
I'm a
Logan.
fan of Wolverine,
Yeah.
so like he's an underdog, and I'm a part of the underdog story. I like just.
He ain't no underdog. The motherfucker can't die. He's got claws made of adamantium, bro. Like I
Right.
could just chop you up, get shot 15 times, get up, and keep chopping you
But
up.
his story is relatable, right?
His
Like
story
how much
is pretty
pain he's
good.
been through.
Yeah,
man.
because
he's
they had to- yep.
practically immortal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's
pretty
been through
much.
so much pain with love, so I could relate to that. So for me, Batman and
I
Wolverine,
can respect Wolverine. I
Yeah,
can respect. Batman is just a rich guy that puts on a suit and flies around every once in a while, beating up bad guys because he took fighting
But Batman
lessons
is
and
fly
shit.
though. You gotta take that to consideration.
I mean-
he's fly. He got all the shoulders.
All right.
He does smash out the pussy.
because I did watch Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises yesterday. All
For the
three
first
movies.
time?
No, not for the first
Oh,
time.
okay.
But just to refresh my memory, because Christian Bale was a phenomenal Batman. So I got to ask you, who's your favorite
I
Batman?
knew you was gonna say that. I would say Christian Bale.
Christian
Hands
Bale
down, yeah,
has to
hands
be,
down.
yeah.
For me,
Did you see the one with Robert Pattinson? Where it was just Batman.
yeah, it's the newest Batman.
The newest
I
one.
liked it. It was cool.
I thought it was good too.
I thought it was really good.
it was
I like
good
the
too.
direction they're going to, and they're experimenting with the color grading and filters. I like the
Very orangey, man.
yeah. I like what they're doing. I really do. And you guys are photographers, so I know you guys admire and appreciate what they're doing. They're kind of bringing a little bit of old the way the films were made back in the days. Very
Michael
like
Keaton.
characteristics. Michael Keaton was badass.
He
too.
was
The one
badass.
you're
Well, yeah,
thinking
think
about
about
is
George
The
Clooney
Flash.
though.
Who?
Wow.
He had one movie, bro. It sucked. It sucked. So was it Val Kim? No, it
Val
wasn't.
Kilmer was cool too.
He wasn't bad.
Michael Keaton was badass.
Yeah,
Michael Keaton was
the
good, bro.
Penguin. That was during the Penguin.
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
Classic, bro.
Which
that
one was
was,
the one where Jim Carrey was the Riddler?
That was Batman Forever, George Clooney.
That was George Clooney? That's why I hated it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was there.
Arnold
he was
Schwarzenegger
the
was there.
Freeze.
Yeah.
Freeze is cool.
Bro, who was the hottest Catwoman?
Oh,
Halle
Halle
Berry.
Berry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Halle
yeah.
Anne
Berry.
Hathaway's.
Hathaway was. I mean, she was pretty sexy.
I mean,
too.
I'll let
you
them
say
look me
that.
up any day.
You say that, and I actually kind of agree because when I saw her in The Dark Knight Rises, bro, she was skinny. She was nice. She was very fit.
Cat-like.
She was cat-like. And she moved like it too. She had the heels on. I mean, ooh, that's a toss-up. Halle Berry or Anne Hathaway?
I say Halle.
Why don't you comment in the polls or in the
Drop
comments?
your comments in the
you know.
description below, whatever y'all say.
Yeah, which one do you think was the better Catwoman? But
Halle Berry
though.
or Anne.
But see, the problem with Halle Berry is I picture her as Storm from the X-Men because it was kind of during the same fucking era
I
when
do
they
like
were
her
putting
as
out.
Storm.
Yeah.
I do like
So
her
so
as
when I
Storm.
see her, I'm like, that's Storm.
That's Storm, right?
That's not-
I see it.
Anne Hathaway never really actually.
Did she
that-
play any other superhero?
I know. I don't think she did.
No, it was just Catwoman.
Yeah.
They both did phenomenal.
Yeah, they did both.
Yeah,
They're
All
both
yeah,
fine
they
as
did.
hell.
Well, man, fuck yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. All right, favorite superhero movie. Come Well, I know you know what you're thinking about here. Captain America, the first Avenger.
Of course, it would look like I.
No,
I would think
that's mine.
That's for you.
That's for me. Or Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok is
That's
good.
me.
What about
That's
you?
me. Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok.
The one where he goes, or he had
The Hulk.
the Hulk.
Yeah,
that was my favorite.
Loki, yeah.
For me, I think it would have to be.
Infinity War.
No, I think it had to be Dark Knight. 2008.
Oh, so you're just sticking with Batman.
Yeah,
I did like Dark Knight too, man.
because I love the Joker, Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger killed it.
If you guys see some of my artworks, a lot of the way I visualize lips and the way
that he did this.
I like that.
I hated it.
That's what made
It's
him
a tick. It's a tick.
It's a tick.
It's just like a nervous tick that he does that is just natural for him. He doesn't even realize he does it.
Well, Cloud, we're getting into the final 2 minutes here. What would you say are your last words? It could be anything about anything. It don't fucking matter.
Guys, first of all, it was a privilege and an honor to be in front of you guys in this podcast. I was able to voice out a little bit more about my story, and I thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Because it will go in the books. I'm excited. But one thing I want to say is just be pure with yourself, and take your time, because it's not anybody else's time, it's your time at the end of the day. And create until your heart explodes, literally. Just have fun. This life is supposed to be fun and pure and full with love, Embrace that, Life is tough. But if you could dodge the toughness around you and distraction and the noise, this life could be quite beautiful too.
I like that.
I love you guys.
There we go. Love you too, bro.
Thank you. I'm Cloud Kent.
I'm Cloud Kent. And then how can we find Cloud Kent?
You guys can literally find me everywhere. I'm on all social media platforms, Cloud Kent.
Which is spelled Kent. So, boom, Cloud Kent. We had Cloud Kent in the studio today. She was mad fun. Manny, take us out.
If you guys like what you just saw, subscribe, comment, and like, because Happy Hour Holidaze is here to give you people like Cloud Kent who are hustlers in this world and are their true self. So if you're looking to be whoever you are, to be the purest of yourself, Cloud Kent will teach you how to do it. Thank you for watching Happy Hour Holidaze, and we are off until the next
we're not
segment.
going anywhere, dog. We're only 10 weeks in, and by, I don't know, what's 6 times 4? 24 weeks, we're going to have to at least have 1,000 subscribers, so subscribe.
Subscribe, guys.
Tota Frida!